Lake Mead is vanishing before our eyes. It's at its lowest level in history since it was built in the 1930s. The last time the lake was at full pool, it was 1983. Now, it's in a countdown to dead pool. On June 9th, the water level of Lake Mead dropped below an elevation of 1,075 feet. On August 16th, a water shortage was declared by the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation, the first ever federally declared water shortage in history. It means Tier 1 water cutbacks go into effect January 2022. Arizona will be the most impacted to start, losing 20% of the water supply from the Colorado River. Households will need to start conserving water. Some farmers have already let fields go fallow or switched to less water-intensive crops. But Lake Mead dropping below 1,075 feet was just the first of 4 major milestones to watch. Tier 2 water cutbacks begin at 1,050 feet. Those will be more severe and will affect city centers like Phoenix. Benchmark 3 is when the turbines at the Hoover Dam will no longer work. That's 950 feet below 900 feet. Dead pool. That means no water can leave the reservoir. The Hoover Dam provides enough power each year to serve 1.3 million people across Southern California, Nevada, and Arizona, and help keeps the lights on in Vegas. Losing that clean energy is expected to happen by 2024, but the water level's been dropping faster than previously expected, and now that we're lower, it takes even less water to drop every foot. And it's not just Lake Mead that's vanishing before our eyes. In July, Lake Powell, further up the Colorado River on the Arizona-Utah border, hit its lowest level in over 50 years. About 40 million people rely on water from throughout the Colorado River. Water cutbacks will hit farmers first, then Native American reservations, companies, and big cities. Outside the Colorado River Basin, Lake Oroville in California already dropped to a record low. That shut down the power plant there for the first time in history. A glimpse of what's to come: shifting shorelines, relocation of marinas, water cutbacks, and a blow to hydropower. The new normal of America's West.
All right, Jacob Soboroff joins us now live here on Top Story. Jacob, you mentioned in your piece that these states out west are on track to lose their share of water from the Colorado River in just a few years, and that just sounds like an emergency situation, but they're trying to combat this?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, Tom. And I hate to be drastic or a downer, but really it's going to involve a change of life as we know it throughout here in the Southwest. You heard that in Arizona, they're already starting those water cutbacks. The idea that the Hoover Dam could lose the capability to produce that clean energy for all of the states that rely on the power will be drastic. If you want to keep that energy clean, you're going to have to turn to other sources like wind and solar, but the battery capacity is not yet there to use that. Out here in California, they're looking at even more radical solutions. On the one hand, they're looking at the ocean to potentially bring in water sources because of the amount of water that we're going to lose from desalination plants, but they're also looking at things, innovative things like they do in Singapore, including recycling our wastewater here to have another drinking supply to sort of supplement some of that stuff that we're losing. It is a very serious problem here in the Southwest, Tom, and one that there is no solution for quite yet.
And I know you're going to be on top of it till the end. All right, Jacob Soboroff with a very creative and telling report there. Jacob